and resting in the grace of God, I know that all is well. The grace of God is grace in me, and resting in the grace of God, I know that all is well. The joy of God is joy in me, and resting in the joy of God, I know that all is well. The joy of God is joy in me, and resting in the joy of God, I know that all is well. The love of God is love in me, and resting in the love of God, I know that all is well. The love of God is love in me, and resting in the love of God, I know that all is well. All is well. All is well. All is well. All is well.
Good morning. Welcome home to Unity. It's wonderful to see each of you. All of you. And we also welcome our live streamers. We want to turn around and give them a big wave right now. Say hi. We know that we are connected heart to heart and soul to soul. And we welcome your presence also here. And for our guest today, there is a welcome brochure in the foyer. And inside that is a guest survey that we would love to have you fill out. And then you can put that in the love offering basket today. And you can also use the QR code. And boy, do we have a treat today. A really, really big treat. Well, yes, she's sitting in the front row right here, Jessica Marr. She is our speaker and musician today, and the musician also with her dad, who is standing at the back. So let me tell you about Jessica. She's a musician, mindfulness practitioner, live stream host, music host, and an NODA, niece of a deaf adult. She draws musical inspiration from a variety of artists, including the Black Keys, Janis Joplin, and Etta James. She combines her passions for music, mindfulness, and inclusivity in her work and regularly collaborates with anti-human trafficking organizations via benefit concerts and live events. How touching. Thank you for all you do. Besides having a beautiful voice, you're changing the world.
You're going to make me cry already?
Yeah. So, well, yes, we have the band too, all over here. We love our UCR band. Nina at the keys. Ben, I have had trouble saying your name for a long time. I don't know why. It's only 3 letters. Ben, Tom, Angela, and Don. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, really, super. So, as you're able, let's stand and sing our invocation and opening song.
There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in me. God the good, God the good, God the good, omnipotent. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I can feel God's loving presence everywhere, and I am filled with joy profound. In a world where many miracles abound, in the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that all is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. What a wonderful feeling to finally know that love is mine wherever I may go, to see the world with open mind, to believe that grace is here and life is kind. In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well.
Let's greet each other. Handshake or hug.
In the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. 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 All is well.
All right, now we're going to invite our children to go with our teachers today, and we're going to bless them first by saying, "We love you, we bless you, we behold the light in you."
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light, in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
Okay, announcements. We have two things happening after the service. The first is that we have new memorial bricks that would be placed in our memorial garden outside, and we will meet there to bless those bricks. And also we're making meals for Willis Dady in the bookstore afterwards. So if you're inclined to help make some sandwiches for them, that would be great. Next Tuesday, the 26th, the centering prayer will be off for 2 weeks and return June 9th. Excuse me. At True Tuesday, Tara will be making self-watering systems from recycled materials. Would you like to bring a glass of water up? There's one by the chair, thank you. I'm sorry, I just got a horse going on right now. And I love horses. Okay. The book study on Thursdays will be June 11th. Is that right? We're doing a new book, The Lakota Way. And there are these in the bookstore that you can pick up. It should be a pretty enlightening book also. We just finished one. We just finished one that was, I think, life-changing for a lot of people. And on June 12th, guess what's happening? We have a spring fling karaoke and charcuterie. I mean, what more could you ask for? So Tara will be in the foyer signing people up for various things, various foods that they would like to bring. And then on the 31st, we have, it's a Sunday, next Sunday. We have the So We Prayed is discussion in the bookstore, and our speaker will be Mary Jane Knight. And she had to cancel last month, I believe it was, but her topic is healing hearts and freeing voices through music. And our prayer partner today will be Polly in the prayer room after the service. And we have a song to sing, I believe, right now, right? Yes. Song.
Sing the prayer of faith with us. This was Myrtle Fillmore's favorite song, right? She said it every morning over the prayer line, I think, at Unity Village.
God is my help in every need. God is my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of the day. I now am wise, I now am true, patient, kind, and loving too. All things I am, can do, and be through Christ the truth that lives in me. God is my health, I can't be sick. God is my strength, unfailing quick. God is my all, I know no fear. Since God and love and truth are here.
Please join together in our statement of purpose. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We gather to create an experience of spirit. At Unity CR, we offer practical teachings that empower abundant and meaningful living. Meeting you right where you are, we endeavor to provide a variety of ways to support your path of spiritual living. Our mission is to provide spiritual awareness and share the wonder and joy of God's love. The daily word today is comfort, and the affirmation is divine love is my comfort. Please repeat that. I know it's not on the screen, but divine love is my comfort. Divine love is my comfort. Thank you. The sting of disappointment, the embarrassment of failure, and the deep pain of grief can leave me longing for comfort. I welcome the kind words, helping hands, and warm hugs of those who wish to give me solace in my lower moments. Though the comfort in these gestures may come through different people, they all have the same source. God is in the heart and hands of each dear one who wants to ease my pain by offering me comfort. I am grateful for divine love as it flows through me through so many channels. As I feel this love in my heart, I draw closer to God, the source of every good thing in my life. My more difficult times are made bearable by divine love, my comfort now and always. From Psalms 23:4. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
Okay. Make sure this one is off. I'm channeling my inner Britney Spears here with this mic. So thanks to Chris and Kevin and Carl for getting me set up on this thing, but it's not on right now. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody here having me. Nina, thank you for organizing all the beautiful music. I'm really blessed and privileged and honored today to get to play my original music here with incredibly talented people, Angela, Tom, we've got Don, and we've got Ben. Ben on bass. And then Don on drums. Did you guys plan that? Ben on bass, Don on drums, like that?
Wow.
I was like, Tom, if we had some toms for you, then we got to, is that to djembe? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Angela on an angelic voice. Hey. And Ben is back here. Oh my gosh, bass. Are you a bass singer as well? Oh my gosh, you hit that low note, and I was like, whoa. It's like the sky, the clouds parted, and there was sun. It was so beautiful. So I'm going to sing a song. I'm actually going to, so as Barb very beautifully shared, thank you for that intro, by the way. I'm so grateful. This is my song called Fighter. And if you want to sign it, this is fight and then So any kind of like person, Babs will tell you. When Babs gave a beautiful talk about being a coda, which is a child of a deaf adult, I'm a Noda, a niece of a deaf adult, so I try to sign and sing. So Fighter, I'll try to sign and sing at the same time, but I'm going to cue the band. So I'll do a little bit of signing and singing. This song is called Fighter, and it's about in life when challenging things happen, you've got two options. One is you can let it be the thing that breaks you down, or two, you can let it be the thing that makes you stronger. And so Fighter's all about that and about my own experience with that. So if you want to sing along and sign along, we've got Fighter, you know that one. And if you just feel like doing the I love you sign, always take that too. This one's easy to remember. And Babs will be there to keep you honest too, as well. Okay. And thank you to my dad, Jeff. Oh my gosh, thank you. Dad, thank you for making me 50% possible. I appreciate you. I'm here today. Yeah, we love you. I'm here today in half thanks to you, and then the other half is to my mom who's watching. Hi, Mom. She's watching the live stream. Okay, without further ado, we're going to do Thank You, Nina, this beautiful pianist and singer and musician extraordinaire who I'm going to have to keep with me at all times now. Nina, you're contractually obligated to go with me always now. Okay, we're going to do, yep, exactly. This one is called Fighter. I was told I'd never break away. I wouldn't see the day they set me free. Watched it unfold, made my own escape. Found a better place, now I see. 1, 2, 3. Wash me clean and make me whole. I'm not satisfied, I know I got these messed up thoughts of mine, won't ever let me go. But I know, oh yeah, I know I was born to be a fighter. Something wasn't right, I never took the path laid out for me. Had my own agenda, I wouldn't surrender. Now I finally found a little peace. I didn't know if I would make it out. I knew without a doubt I had to try. The ones I love, that's y'all, want the best of me. It can be hard to see without knowing why. Give me strength I need tonight. I don't know what's wrong or right. These same old doubts I complain about keep running on my mind. But I know, oh yeah, I know I was born to be a fighter. Something wasn't right, I never took the path laid out for me. Had my own agenda, I wouldn't surrender. Now I finally found a little peace. Wash me clean and make me whole. I'm not satisfied, I know I got these messed up thoughts in mind, won't ever let me go. But I know, oh yeah, I know I was born to be a fighter. Something wasn't right, I never took the path laid out for me. Here we go. Had my own agenda, I wouldn't surrender. Now I finally found a little peace. Sing it with me now. I was born to be, I was born to be, I was born to be a fighter, yeah. I was born to be, I was born to be, I was born to be a fighter. Let's go a cappella. I was born to be, I was born to be, I was born to be a Thank you so much. Thank you for singing. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm so honored. Thank you.
That was really, really awesome.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad.
Starting to tear.
Dad, I think you're obligated to say that, actually.
Well, I'm a proud papa, but I'm starting to tear up a little bit.
Oh my gosh, Dad. Love you. Love you lots. Oh, I go up there? Oh, okay. There's that too. Oh. Oh, I'm mic'd up. Are you guys sure it's a good idea to give me this mic as I'm walking around? You never know what she's going to say. Oh my gosh. I just want to say thank you so much again for having me here. Thank you for holding this space. Unity is a really special community that I am so fortunate to start to get to be a part of. I'm going to share with you a couple reasons why here in a second, but I have to give a shout out. I'm like, this is like my Grammy acceptance speech. I'm like, I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank, gotta thank Rachel, because Rachel's the one who invited me here in the first place and introduced me to Michelle and Bonnie and Howard. And they were like, Jess, you gotta come, you gotta speak. And they were really holding me accountable because they knew I wanted to do this. And before we get into today's talk, I'll just give you a little bit of backstory, some anecdotes. We'll talk about 3 very sneaky ways that we can forget our faith, some ways that you can remember it again, some practices you can try. I'll do a meditation, and then I think we've got a couple more songs as we go. But the cool thing about Unity is I came here to Rachel's retreat. Did anybody go to Rachel's retreat? You know what I'm talking about, back in 2025, right? Mm-hmm. January of last year, yeah. So that was my first time here, and I thought it was so cool. And I went home to my mom in Kansas. Hi, Mom. And she had a Unity magnet on her fridge. Oh. And I was like, Mom, how do you know about Unity? And she goes, honey, the daily word that we've been reading for the last 20 years comes from Unity. And I was just mind blown because I've been reading the daily word. I have my little daily word here with me every day. And now I'm here. And it just felt very serendipitous. It felt very divinely guided. So I'm super grateful for that. So it's really cool to be here. I also have to give a shout out to Bonnie and Tom for helping me move. They donated a couch, a bed frame, kitchen table, chairs. I just moved, literally just this past week. So it's been a big week. And Bonnie and Tom were my angels for helping me move and donated their truck, their services. I don't think they're going to advertise their moving services, so I think I'd be in trouble if I said, if you need to move, just go. Bonnie and Tom, they'll be like, Jess, you're fired. No. But I have to thank you guys since I was doing my Grammy speech. And thank you, Nina, for organizing such beautiful music with incredibly amazing musicians. I am a musician, as Barb very beautifully shared. I'm a musician. I'm a mindfulness practitioner. I grew up in Kansas, actually. That's where my mom is watching from right now. Yep, Rachel, I know. Shout out to Kansas. We took the yellow brick road to get here. Clicked our heels together 3 times. Everybody's like, oh, you're from Kansas. You know you're not in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. I'm like, well, that's the first time I've heard that one. But I grew up in Kansas. I early on learned the importance of faith and how it can be tested. My mom is actually a really amazing, wonderful survivor. Right now, she was very ill when I was growing up. She experienced a fracture in her back in over 17 places. Her hip broke. She almost had to have her legs amputated. And she is now almost completely, fully recovered. So it's a miracle. But growing up with that kind of challenging experience with someone that I love so much. Oh, Brian, I just like, hi, Brian. I just saw that you're here right now. Hi, Brian. I learned very quickly that it's important to have faith even when it gets tested. And then from Kansas, I went to California. I went out to school out there. I stayed out there for about 12 years, and that's where I started. I had a 9-to-5, but I started making music out there. I worked a bunch of odd jobs. I played the starving artist role. I did all that good stuff. And I was kind of struggling again with my faith. And I started learning about mindfulness and meditation and learning all these practices that really helped me come back to myself, come back to my center. And so I implemented the mindfulness and then eventually started teaching it. And then I moved to Texas. I'm going to go off script a little bit here. I don't really have a script. If you look, it's more like chicken scratch here. It's like, and it's cursive. The kids can't even read cursive anymore. I guess they don't teach them in school. I'm like, you're getting older and you're like, kids these days, they don't know. So I don't really have a script. It's more just some notes. But I actually moved here originally, and my dad helped me quite a bit, so did my mom, to get out of a very dangerous situation. I was in a toxic, abusive relationship, and it's really easy for people to think like, well, how does that happen to you? And for me, I thought, I'm a strong, independent woman, and you don't realize until you're in a situation like that how it can really happen to anybody. And it's one of those things where you wake up one day and you're like, oh my goodness, how is this my life? And I had my, come to Jesus moment, as they say. I had my awakening, And I realized that that was happening for me, not to me. And I knew that, and I held on to that. And when it got really dangerous to the point where I was afraid for my life and I had to leave, I just had to hold on to, this is happening for me. This is how I know it's going to work out. It's going to work out somehow. And I was very blessed to have a support system. I got out of there. We had a rescue mission, is what my dad calls it, which it really was, honestly. And that's why I moved to Cedar Rapids 2.5 years ago. And a lot of people don't know, because I don't really publicly speak about, hey guys, I was in a pretty gnarly relationship. I don't really say that. So I'm grateful to Unity for being a safe space to share that. That's what brought me here. And in the last 2.5 years, I have paid off $30,000 of credit card debt. Thank you. Thank you. I know, that's like my crowning achievement. I am now performing live more in a week than I used to perform in a year. I have such a beautiful community. I moved recently, and for the first time in my life, when I told people, I'm moving, you know what they said? Again? Yeah, Babs. Again? You're moving again. They said, pretty something like that. They said, can I help? What do you need? What do you need? And I was just mind blown. And that's why, well, many reasons why I love living in Iowa. And I have family here. My dad is from Riverside. Shout out to Riverside. But he's from Riverside originally. So I have family here. But I love living in Iowa because there's something so special about this. And I have to trust everything's happening as it's meant to, because I was led to the place that I was meant to be. And here I've been able to create this beautiful community. I've been so blessed to be welcomed with open arms. Now I have my sweet little apartment. I've got so many great things happening right now that if you would have told me just 2.75 of a year ago that all of this would be happening, it would have felt super out of reach. So I'm not even necessarily going to talk today about faith in that sense of like believe everything's always working out, because I feel like if you're the kind of person that's coming to Unity, you already believe that at your core. You already believe, you know, things are all happening for a reason. Things are happening for us. There's a divine presence. We are not alone. So I know that you know that. But I thought it was important to share that applying that to my life has really helped me turn it around and grow more than I've ever grown. So the past 2.5 years have been amazing. It's been really cool. It's been great to be here. And that leads me to the 3 sneaky ways that we forget our faith. And they're sneaky because I don't think a lot of people realize it. So the first 2 are kind of the opposite sides of the same coin. And the third one is kind of actually the root of all of them. But the way that we can forget our faith really easily in just our day-to-day interactions, and I want to just give you a disclaimer, I'm talking about like the day-to-day. I'm not talking about serious situations like where there's a lot of harm, where there's substance abuse. Those are different. I think it's really important in those scenarios to get help, professional help. I'm just talking about the day-to-day where you're just on the phone and Carol from down the street was telling me that her grandson doesn't have enough people to help him, you know, just something like that, just little day-to-day experiences. But the big way we forget our faith is when we feel like we don't have something, where it's something that when you lose this, it can kind of feel like a lot of pressure, and you're like, and I need to regain it. Do you know what that is? Control. So it's when you feel like you lose control, that's when your nervous system kicks in, and it's like scanning for threats, threat detected, and everything about our nervous system is trained to be the same as it was back in the days of cave people. So anytime we get a text that's maybe a little bit alarming, our nervous system is going, there's a tiger chasing me, because we associate our threats with the same things that we had back then. And our technology is growing so rapidly. So when you lose control, you feel like, I need to regain it. One way that we can try to regain control, and even when it comes from a loving place, is trying to control others. And I'm not talking about force or coercion. I'm talking about little things where it's like someone says, I'm too tired, I can't come tonight. And then you're like, oh, come on. And you pressure them and push them, or somebody's done that to you, you know that. And even sometimes when you think somebody's doing something that's not the best for them, like maybe they're dating someone who's not harmful, but just like not the best. And you're like, that guy, like that gal, that's who you're like, I love you. You can do better than that. But you, in trying to control that person, trying to tell them what they should do, or trying to get them to bypass their own boundaries and their own needs, you're actually getting in the way, not only of their experience, but also of the bigger plan. I don't know if you've ever heard that quote, never deprive somebody of their rock bottom. Bryce spoke about this last week really beautifully, and you talked about hitting a rock bottom and how that was kind of your launching pad. And it's so true. Sometimes, and myself included, I'll speak from personal experience, sometimes we need to hit rock bottom. And then for me, I hit rock bottom, and I found there was a basement to the rock bottom. I'm like, oh, it gets worse. Okay, good. I'm glad there's worse. It's okay. So I really had to climb out of that basement into the rock bottom and then up from there. But it's so true that when somebody hits that rock bottom, you never know what they're learning, what they're gaining. There's something there. And also, you never know the bigger plan for them. The divine has really mysterious ways, like so mysterious. Like, does it have to be that mysterious? But there are so many mysterious ways working that sometimes you just got to let them pull a Mel Robbins and let them. And then that's when you can let me, so let yourself decide what are my boundaries. So you can lovingly communicate. You can share. It's not to say don't share your concerns. It's not to say don't try to tell people how you feel or if you care. Do so in a loving way and then let them figure it out. And you can help them along the way, but as long as you're not trying to assert your will over their life. Because again, you never know what they need from that experience. So then they can let me decide, okay, what's going to be best for myself. And we're going to get back to the me portion. But the other side of that same sneaky coin of trying to control people, this one is really surprising. This one really surprised me because I'm just full transparency here. I'm recovering when it comes to this. It's people pleasing. And people pleasing, especially for people in service, can be very common because being of service is so important, so beautiful. Like Bryce mentioned last week, it's so important to be of service, but not at your own expense. And that's the difference. When you're giving and you're pouring and you have nothing left to give and you're already so depleted, you're actually doing a disservice to that person, to yourself. It's important to be giving from a whole cup so you can be pouring from overflow. And with people pleasing, you don't realize when you're trying to say the right thing or you want to make sure like you don't hurt anybody's feelings, like, so, I really am lacking sleep and I need to sleep tonight and I probably should stay in, but I don't want to upset somebody, so you go and then you're just low energy and you have a funky interaction and it just blah, 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 all because you didn't honor your truth. You were trying to do the thing to please instead of to come from integrity. And why does this steal our faith? How is it related? Because when you're trying to come from a place of pleasing people instead of being honest and integrity, you're not trusting that person to be able to handle your truth. You're not trusting that person to be able to respond accordingly. And even if you're like, well, Jess, if you knew the person, you'd know why I'm not trusting them to be able to handle it, Even in that case, you got to trust yourself to know that you can handle it either way. And trust them to be able to handle your truth. Again, you got to communicate lovingly and compassionately, but also you have to come from truth and integrity. And when you trust yourself to be able to handle it, that's a whole nother ballgame. And that's the third sneaky way, which is kind of the root of all of them. It's a lack of self-trust. It's super easy, especially in spiritual communities, to say, let go and let God. Or I trust in the divine. I trust in the bigger plan. But if we were made in this divine image, if we were given everything we need, if we're never given anything we can't handle, then don't we already have that navigation system within us? Don't we already have everything we need to be able to handle it? Aren't we capable? Don't we have the ability to discern? And the thing is, so many of us get afraid. We're like, I don't want to do it wrong. I don't want to do it wrong. But it's different to not want to do something wrong versus to wanting to do something right. So you can want to do something right, and whatever right is, It is totally subjective. It's what's right for you. But when you're doing something because you're so afraid of getting it wrong, then you're not trusting yourself. And self-trust isn't about saying, well, I'm the best and I always win and everything's great. I mean, you can say that if you want to. I'm here for it. I'm here for the self-empowerment. But self-trust is saying, I've got what it takes to handle it no matter the outcome. It's saying, if things go well, great, I can handle that. If things don't go well, I can handle that too. I'll be fine. I'll be able to handle it. And again, we're not alone. We have the navigation system within us. We have so many different tools. We have community. But also, it's important to realize you got everything you need within you, and you can trust yourself. And so if you find yourself going into major anxiety of like prepping and fearing and you're worrying, like even for me for this talk today and for performing, I was like, I want to make sure everything goes well. And I'm like, so funny that I'm talking about faith and I'm really getting an opportunity. This is where the rubber hits the road, where you've got to really practice what you preach. And so I just trusted. I asked the divine, I was like, speak through me, express me today. Let me say what I am meant to say and trust that, one, this is a beautiful community. I know nobody's going to start throwing tomatoes at me. If my dad starts telling dad jokes, so look out, though. Then we'll be in trouble. But I knew nobody was going to boo me off stage, or what, Angela, what'd you say, get the cane, like, pull me off stage like Charlie Chaplin says. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but still I wanted to do a great job, and also I got an opportunity, and they say sometimes teaching something or speaking about something is the best way to learn it, and so I'm like, well, I'm talking about faith, so I better implement my faith. So I had this beautiful opportunity to implement that today, and to know no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay, I'm going to be able to handle it, I'm going to keep going, and everything is happening as it's meant to. So that's kind of like the 3 sneaky ways, is trying to get other people to do certain things like what you want them to do through controlling, and then trying to get people to not be upset with you or disappointed in you through people pleasing, and then also through not trusting yourself to be able to handle the outcome. So those are really sneaky ways. I feel like it's a lot of us here will talk about like, oh, you just got to trust in the outcome, but we don't realize in the day-to-day there are so many little opportunities for us to double down on our faith. So we're already a very faithful community here, but there are always ways to grow and improve and be extra mindful and aware. And what's funny is when you realize that really nothing is in your control. I mean, can you control other people? Can you control what other people think or say or feel? I mean, if you look at the current climate today, you know you cannot control other people. If you ever are around children, you know you can't always get them to act the way you want them to. So you can't control anything outside of your own actions, your own reactions, your own behavior. Sometimes you can't even control your thoughts. You'll get a thought. Have you ever had a thought where you're like, whoa, where did that come from? Retract, delete that from the record, please. But you always have the option to say, I'm going to choose differently, to shift your focus. Start thinking about something else if you can, or distract yourself, or reflect. You can do a little bit of metacognition, if you know what that is, and that's where you think about your thoughts. And this is a sign of major intelligence. If you can think about your thoughts, that's metacognition. And that means you're probably going to be all right. You're going to be okay because you can think about your thoughts. And that is one of the ways you can grab back onto what you can control. When you focus on your locus of control, it actually is a way to strengthen and enhance your faith, because you're saying, I'm going to do my part, and I trust God, the divine source, universe. I trust the divine to do the rest. And so when you get really good at your part, what you can control, yourself, then you can let the rest go. And it's like, I guess a good example would be like a wedding, where someone's having an outdoor wedding, and they're planning for it to be outside, and it's beautiful, but you know, it might rain. So then they have the opportunity to plan for a second location, a backup. You can be like, what's your backup? Are we going to have tents? Are we going to go inside? What are we going to do? And that way, when the wedding day shows up, they know, rain or shine, they will be fine. That rhymes, that's nice. But they know it'll be fine. They know it'll work out because they did their part. They're not out here trying to be like, okay, well, you know, trying to control the weather person or Mother Nature. You simply cannot. But you can do your part well enough to know, I've prepared, versus just planning for an outdoor wedding, not having a plan B or a backup, and then when it rains, be like, why is it raining? What are we going to do? And you're so upset. But if you have a backup plan, you'll be okay. Or if you have plan B, that's your part. So it's kind of similar in life, is focus on your locus of control. And a cool practice that I have worked on with my Mindful Music Monday community is meeting your own needs. And when you are focusing on what you can control and not outsourcing it to other people, and you're making room for miracles, letting the divine work on your behalf, then you're coming from a place of wholeness instead of seeking something outside of yourself externally. Because if you really truly believe in the divine, you know it's within you. That's what's created you. So you're already whole as you are, and you don't need a job or a certain salary or a specific person to make you complete. So if you know the love languages, do you guys know the 5 love languages? So the love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, what are the other ones? Words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, gifts, and then quality time. There you go. Words of affirmation, physical touch, gifts, acts of service, quality time. And if you don't know the best way that you receive love, there are a lot of free quizzes you can do online, but just off the top of your head, you can think now, how do I receive love? Like, what makes me happiest? Is it when someone gives me a hug? Is it when someone tells me how great I am? Is it when someone does something nice for me, like helps me move? Is it when someone gives me a cool gift, or when someone just spends time with me? And what you can do, this is your practice. In my membership community, we don't call it homework. They're like, no homework, please. So we call it an invitation. So my euphemism, my invitation for you all is to identify what your love language is, and then find a way to give that to yourself. So if it's like gifts, maybe you can buy yourself a nice little meal. Or if it's affection, I know it looks so silly, but you can give yourself a hug. There's actually research out there that proves that you are releasing the feel-good hormones when you give yourself a hug. And I mean, as we know, sometimes you just got to look goofy. In order to be your best self, you got to get over yourself a bit. You got to do goofy things. So you can give yourself a hug, or just even like put on lotion on your hands and just be intentional and mindful. That's also really soothing to your nervous system. If it's quality time, you can do something you love, like read a book and be really present with yourself. If it's an act of service, think about something that's been taking up a lot of your mental real estate that you can do for yourself. Like if you have that closet that's full of junk, and you know that you need to get to that closet and it's back there, but you don't have time, so you keep putting it off, maybe an act of service for yourself is just set aside half an hour, go through that closet, clear it out, make some extra space in your life and in your mind. So that's your invitation, is to, 1, identify your love language. Can be all of them. Extra credit is you can do all of them if you want to. But identify your love language, and then give yourself love in that way. Meet that need for yourself if you can. I was going to say, I don't know if my email's up there. You can always email me if you need ideas. You're welcome to, like, hey, Jess, I can't think of anything. I'm happy to help you out. I've clearly thought a lot about this. So I've got some cool, fun ideas and examples. But that's a really great way to give to yourself, and then meet your own needs. Focus on what you can control, and then that way you are leaving room for miracles. You're not trying to make them happen. You're making what can happen in your own life possible, and then allowing the divine to come in and delight and surprise you. And so one thing I love to say is I receive miracles and blessings in expected and unexpected ways. And so that is just a real testament to faith, is knowing you can expect some, but also expect the unexpected and know that you're going to be able to handle it. So in this effort of letting go of what we can't control, I like to do a super brief meditation. Are you familiar with balloon breathing, where you're like, like this? I'm sorry, guys, especially to the people listening. Sorry about that. Where you have like a balloon that you inflate at a children's birthday party, and you breathe like this through your mouth. We're going to use that practice. I'm just letting you know now, so when you close your eyes, you don't have to pop one open and be like, wait, what breathing are you talking about right now? This is not the official term. I'm just calling it balloon breathing. But this is where you blow out, and it's really helpful for releasing. Okay, so I'm just going to invite everyone really quickly to be aware of your posture. Maybe roll your shoulders down and back. Check in with your hands. You can put your palms facing up or down, depending on what feels good. Are you clenching your jaw? Are you furrowing your brow? Just let it go. Smooth it out. Take a deep breath in and just let it out. And if it's comfortable for you and you haven't already, you can go ahead and close down your eyes. Take in another deep inhale through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. And just bring to mind something that you feel has been in your way, something that's been blocking your faith, something that you feel like you need to be doing more, controlling, something that is taking away from your peace right now. Just bring it to mind. It can be simple, it can be big, it doesn't matter. And I want you, in your mind's eye, imagine that you have one of those balloons in your hand that needs to be inflated, whichever hand. And then you can bring it to your mouth in your mind, or if you want to physically do it, that's totally fine. But bring that balloon to your mouth. Think of that thing that you know it's in your way and you're ready to let it go. Take a deep inhale in through your nose, and then blow it into that balloon. And as you're blowing it into the balloon, you feel the balloon inflating. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Imagine that thing that you want to let go of and blow it into your balloon. And this is your imagination, so don't worry about the balloon popping. It's not gonna. It can just keep expanding, and keep doing that a few times. Keep letting your balloon expand and expand until you feel like you have released enough. Let's do one more together just for good measure. And then in your mind's eye, imagine that you have a string, and with your other hand, you pick up that string and you tie that balloon closed. And then you hold on to the balloon, and it floats up in the air. And you realize you can let go of this balloon, and it's just going to float away. And so whenever you're ready, go ahead and let go with your actual hand or in your mind of that balloon, and imagine watching it float away, up, 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 far away, until it's so far. It's a speck, and then you can't even see it. And then you can say out loud or in your mind, thank you. And then take another deep breath in. Let it go and let your shoulders drop. And just trust, have faith that it's going to work out one way or another. My grandpa always used to say, it's going to work out. And it used to be really annoying. And then I realized he was right. Everything will work out one way or another. Go ahead and take another breath in. Let it go and bring some movement back into your hands. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, come back to the room, and just feel at peace knowing you let that stuff go. Family friendly. Let that stuff go. You let it go. It's gone. And that is a great practice for you also to try anytime. I know, a great way to come back to your faith. And thank you guys for listening to me, and thank you for doing the meditation. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nina.
Okay.
No, we'll do follow the feel good, and then we'll do the offertory, and then during the offertory, we'll do the other one.
Next time we'll do that all but in Spanish. I think Alicia's watching. Creo que sí. Hola, Alicia. Espero que estés bien. Okay.
As long as it's all arriba, arriba.
Arriba.
Ándale,
We've got,
ándale.
at least we know Nina's got the arriba under control. Okay.
Are we ready?
Yep, we're ready.
Set, everyone?
Follow the feel good and move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. When calamity runs through your your mind. Make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Working harder every day, lose a sense of time. Woo! When the music starts to play, I know that I'll be fine. The world's turned up on its head, you don't know what to do. You can turn within instead, I swear you'll make it through. Here we go! Just follow the feel good, woo! And move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good, you know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. When calamity runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Just follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. You know the only choice you got is just keep moving on. 'Cause everything you ever thought now suddenly seems wrong. When you're looking for your groove, don't look to someone else. You might get lost a time or two, but you can find yourself. Here we go. Just follow the feel good and move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. When calamity runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Break it down. Ooh, na. Ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na. Follow the feel good. Ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na na. Hey hey hey. Ooh na na, ooh na na, ooh na na. Follow the feel good. Woo! And move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. When calamity runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Just follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Follow the feel good, yeah. And move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. Oh, you know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. When calamity runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Thank you, guys. Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much.
I think everybody was dancing in their seats. But there might have been people in the back upright and dancing. Okay. We have online giving cards, and if you need one of those, we'd be glad to get you one. And as far as contributing, you can go to www.unitycr.org. And so I invite you to hold your love offering over your heart. We bless these baskets in the abundance they will receive. We give abundantly, we receive with gratefulness, and from our hearts we give again generously. Please join me in our offertory statement. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful.
Okay, this next one I wrote when I was healing from that really challenging situation, and I played it for my mama, and she actually cried. This is about a fact that I found. I heard that the odds of any one person being here are 1 in 400 trillion. For that egg and that sperm and those two people and all the environment and the factors and everything were 1 in 400 trillion. And I thought, wow, that's just a testament to what a miracle we are and how it's so important to have faith because we are walking miracles. So I just wanted to remind you, you are a walking miracle. The odds of you being here are 1 in 400 trillion. And I'd love to sing this song with you for the first time. I just recorded this one, so nobody's heard it live except for the few people that were here in rehearsal and the band. So this is a unity first. This has never been performed anywhere else. But I thought, even though it's not released, I felt like it was I thought it was the right time. So we're going to do it, and we're going to be blessed to have Nina on the keys.
You ready?
Yes. Maybe in this moment you are not okay. Maybe you have too many things to do, or something's in your way. I hope you know that it'll all work out. You are capable of everything you've ever dreamed about. 'Cause out of odds 1 in 400 trillion, you made it here. Oh, yeah. And with this one life that you've been given, you're meant to live it, my dear. Maybe you've been knocked down and you can't get up. Maybe you feel you're at your lowest low and you say you've had enough. I hope you remember you are not alone. And you will find that all your needs are met when you finally meet your own. 'Cause out of odds 1 in 400 trillion, you made it here, yeah. And with this one life that you've been given, you're meant to live it, my dear. You can find your way out, all your dreams can come true. The moment you see you got all you need within you. You can turn on the light, you can put up a fight, and you're worth fighting for. You're worth all that and so much more. 'Cause out of odds 1 in 400 trillion, you made it here, yeah. And with this one life that you've been given, you're meant to live it. You're meant to live it. 'Cause out of odds 1 in 400 trillion, you made it here, yeah. And with this one life that you've been given, you're meant to live it, my dear. Oh, you're meant to live it, my dear. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Oh, Bonnie. Thank you so much. It is an honor and a blessing to be here. Thank you. With such incredible musicians. Can we get it, Bonnie? Can we get it on the record? I'm bringing them all on tour with me. They're coming. These guys are great. Holy smokes, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you,
It's been a
Jessica.
blessing. Thank you.
From our hearts, we bless these ties, knowing prosperity abounds for UCR, our community, and beyond. We join our hearts together and say thank you. To those who have made prayer requests for a beloved, we surround you in peace and love. For those for whom we pray, we enfold you in wholeness, prosperity, and well-being. We release these prayers on the wings of love. Amen.
Amen.
After the service today, there are meal fixings for Willis Nady in the bookstore, and also the brick blessing out in the outside. So we're going to sing the peace song next. Your song was beautiful.
Thank you, Barb. Thank you.
There are a lot of May birthdays in our congregation, and I'm one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there. I've been around a long time.
Thank you.
400 trillion more.
Yeah, there you go. A walking miracle. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Please stand as you're able as we sing the peace song.
Well, I think maybe. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lord. Happy birthday to
Sneaky birthday girl.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
Us.
I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us.
I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us.
I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us.
I am the presence of God.
Wherever
I am, God is. All is well.
Namaste.
We're going to do Follow the Feel Good.
Oh, okay.
Follow the Feel Good. From the top? Follow
Okay,
the Feel
Megan,
Good.
get ready for your harmonies. Follow the feel good, yeah. Got Angela with the voice of a darn angel over here. Yep.
Yeah.
Follow the feel good. Move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. Sing it, Bonnie. Melody runs through your mind. Make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good. You'll find your escape. Working harder every day, losing sense of time. When the music starts to play, I know that I'll be fine. World's turned up on its head, you don't know what to do. Get it, Brandy? You can turn within instead. I swear you'll make it through. And move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another. groove, don't look for someone else. You might get lost a time or two, but you can find yourself. Just follow the feel good, here we go. And move yourself tonight, follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. With the melody runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Break it down. Ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na. Hey, Chris is feeling good. Ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na, ooh na, ooh na na. Follow the feel good. Yeah. And move yourself tonight. Follow the feel good. You know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. Like the melody runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Follow the feel good, yeah. Move yourself tonight. Oh, you know it'll be alright. If you cannot move yourself, find another way. When the melody runs through your mind, make sure you don't fall prey. Follow the feel good, and you'll find your escape. Thank you. Thank you so much. Angela, Tom, Don, Ben, Nina, my dad, Megan, thank you for hopping up there with us too, you cutie.